Sagittarius, welcome to your full moon in Virgo reading that is hitting your 10th house of career, status, legacy, your public life. And this is at a time when the sun is in your 4th house, having to do with your private life, home, family. So you may be focused on the home front right now, but with this full moon energy, you are maybe being asked to release something having to do with your career or that very public aspect of your life. And it might have to do with something that you started about 6 months ago, mid-September, related to the 10th house, your public life, hopefully coming to culmination, completion positively. Let's see what the overarching energy is for you. Oh my, unfoldment. I think Cancer got this one as well. Or is it Gemini? I'm trying to recall. Let's see. Yeah, so, and that's, you know, fellow mutable sign, that is your opposite, okay? If it's Gemini, it's your opposite, yeah. So definitely want to go watch the Gemini reading. And I say that generally because there's a lot of mirroring that goes on with our opposite signs. Now that came out sideways, so did you miss an opportunity? Or I'm getting some kind of half-stepping going on there, like, you know, it's... Have you become lackluster about something? Have you become disinterested? Have you lost your interest in something to the point that you border on just shutting down completely at times? It's like teetering back and forth between disinterest and being deeply disappointed, okay? It might have to do with the truth about something, seeing the truth about something, and needing to heal that. Let's see for Sagittarius. Oh, well, there's your energy. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But it might also have to do with overcoming some challenges in your life. It may also have to do with if you are an entrepreneur or in a leadership role, that might be a factor. But what you're being asked to heal right now is your romantic life and how you extend romantic offers and maybe how you receive romantic offers. What you're escaping and avoiding right now, it could be partnership. It could be making a decision about coming into commitment with someone, having a really powerful soul union where you're with someone who you actually align with in terms of your value system. And this would be a divine union. Okay, so why are you escaping, avoiding that? I'm going to find out. That's wild. What you're being asked to be more flexible about is perhaps something from your past, your childhood. It might have to do with a younger type of energy. That again, because I'm getting with this lotus flower, is something is blooming and blossoming and beginning. Both of these energies are very young, and it's like kind of an allowing something to happen. I'm getting like organically allow something to grow and mature at its own time. But what you're asking to be more boundaried about is perhaps the responsibilities that you have taken on and maybe dropping some of those burdens and allowing someone to share in those burdens and not do this all on your own. There it is again. There is some kind of heaviness here about partnership, okay? And yet again, we're getting a fire sign, but honestly, it's either you or your counterpart, okay? And when I say counterpart, this is not necessarily, you know, making your person of interest fit into this mold, because I mean, I don't know who that, like, there's a lot of you and you all have different stories, and some of you are in divine unions and some of you are not. Some of you are at a heavy burden, dealing with a lot of needing to overcome obstacles in terms of coming into alignment with that divine union. And that's really something that I think Spirit is asking you to get more stronger boundaries on, is partnering with someone who burden shares, okay? And doesn't have you facing stress alone, okay? So that if there's been any kind of juggling going back and forth, or not knowing what to prioritize, or not knowing what to pick or choose, there's something here about choices, you drop that, you put that down. Because I do see there's maybe been a commitment issue here, and honestly, we want to see you at your top game, King of Wands, who is a very passionate and committed person, but somebody's not been able to commit. They've taken on too much. They need a partner to burden share with. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So what you need to be more flexible about is some of you have come into partnerships with people who are dishonest. They're unfair. They're unaccountable. Honestly, it might go back to your childhood, or there's just a long history in the past of this. And I don't know if you're wanting to look at it or think about it. It might have to do with a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. It might be somebody who broke promises, or they kind of manipulated the facts to excuse away why they were not fair. And this has resulted in somebody who just likes to play it safe and really has no sense of direction or planning about their future as a result, because they might be afraid of some bad karma that they've seen from their past, where people don't keep their promises, they're not honest, they're not fair, and I'm getting excuses. That's a rough message. I'm getting the vibe here that there is some kind of history with this, that it's almost like you're going to, in order to heal it, you're going to have to get your hands dirty. You can't just not do it. It's almost like you got to get in the ring with somebody and work through these issues of why they're playing it safe, not keeping their word, and maybe open up the lines of communication about how this affects other people. This might be a legal issue. I'm going to put that as well. It looks like some of you are escaping partnership with someone because you're looking at the investment. Like, I'm getting like it's going to take a lot for a long time. And some of you do not want to put the work in. I'm getting like years. Okay, maybe over the last 8 years, something happened where somebody was alone or felt like they were stuck out. Maybe because of a broken home, a broken marriage, shattered dreams, misalignment of emotional values. Somebody might have been taken to the poorhouse over this. Again, if this is a broken marriage, a broken marital contract, it could be for you or your family of origin. But some of you are avoiding partnership because you're looking at what is required. And I'm talking like 7 years, 7 to 8 years, maybe 5 to 7 years, okay? And I feel like some of you need to understand that this occurred because of a misalignment of emotional values. There's some kind of soul contract or lesson that you were put here to learn about, right? Sticking this in the upright so we can get this in the reverse, so we can heal the loss, the lack, because there's an alignment of emotional values. Some of you, again, you were born into this, and it was for you to learn about putting your effort and investment in relationships where even if there is lack or loss, you come out of it because you are on the same page with emotional values. It was a karmic lesson is what I'm getting. And some of you, what you've done with the lesson of you've decided you're going to sit this one out. But there's really an invitation here to mature and say, oh, that failed because we needed to put this in the upright. We need to align with people and partner with people who we share values with emotionally. So I do feel like what you're being asked to heal at this time is taking some decisive action to make progress with your life. And there's your energy, or it could be a Cancer. And I am getting Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces over there as well. But regardless, this is like, you know what? I'm going to make a decision to progress this matter having to do with my ideals, my emotional values, how I put my love nature out there to others, whether it's romantic or not. And at the foundation, I don't know if you see this just yet. And there might be people around you who don't see your point of view, or they don't agree with you. And you may feel like you don't have the victory, but that's an overcomer right there. That's you overcoming the lack of clarity, the lack of vision, the lack of agreement. And again, when we put this in the upright, because we do get clear, we do get the truth, then we get the victory. Yeah, maybe we get a marriage contract too. Hey. Okay. Freedom is yours. Well, you know y'all are all about the freedom. I mean, that is so Sagittarius, if I may say so. And look at the 33 there. That is a master number. This is, I think, about you mastering a very deep karmic lesson in your life. See the bigger picture. Absolutely. And you are a transpersonal sign, so I think you can do it. You just got to. And I think it's going to unfold for you very soon. Be blessed.